wants to decriminalize, provide free housing, health care, education. Now, taxpayer-funded.
Damn, he died. They cut him off. They cut him off because he was spitting. He's like, Kamala Harris wants to give everyone a house.
And then he was assassinated.
Kamala wants to decriminalize, provide free housing, health care, education. Now,
how terrible. Like, I wish. Oh my God, I wish. I hate this.
Yeah, like Kamala's most ambitious plan is she's feeling herself so much that she's bringing back her funniest policy from the primary.
The podcaster program.
Yeah, the thing that would have only benefited Amber Frost.
Yeah.
It's the only person that would have in America who could have taken advantage of that, I think.
Yeah, underserved community. Like, if you're there for 3 years,
I'm voting for her as a favorite Amber.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I love that one. I fucking love that one. I brought it back. I was looking at it, and it's like, and even the way they communicate around it is so fucking annoying too. They're like, it's the opportunity economy. It's like, dude, people are like, we just saw Springfield, Ohio. Okay.
Yeah.
People are fucking dying. Okay. They are literally living in filth. Like, the roads are busted. There is no educational attainment. There's no job opportunities. Okay. And Kamala Harris is like gonna appeal to them with the, here's $50,000 in tax credits if you start your in tax cuts if you start your first startup business.
If you start a startup in Bushwick,
yeah,
go there, make a successful tech company or a podcast, and we got you.
It's like, who the fuck? It's like, oh, you can't. Your rent is going up year over year, and you will never be able to afford a house. And almost all of your, disposable income is shrinking because it's going back to your rent and all these other services that should be provided for free by the government. Just start a startup, stupid. Just start a startup.
Yeah. Any gains in your paycheck you've seen have been immediately eaten away by inflation, by everything. Well, we haven't invented every type of payment processor yet.
How is that any fucking different than what these like idiotic crypto hawking, like PUA manosphere guys talk about? Like, where they're just always like, yeah, just start a startup.
Yeah, it's the Democratic equivalent of like get into drop shipping. If
it's
you don't
also
like
what
your
JD
life,
Vance. That's what JD Vance was saying too. He's like, yeah, these dumb fucking hillbilly like white pieces of shit are all like addicted to drugs. If they just watch the right podcast and started startups, they would also be able to make it out the mud.
It annoys me so much, like his whole thing now being that like, oh, no one respects these people in the middle of the country and they want them to die. And it's like, people can change their mind, but like his entire reason for being a public figure was saying that these people should just basically be left to rot.
Yeah.
That was the entire point of his fucking book.
That's why he got so much mileage out of liberals who have that resentment when they're like, yeah, these disgusting like mountain people are drug-addled and like resentful and they should know better and vote for the startup candidate.
Yeah.
Instead of the candidate that's like also fucking them over, but at least is like saying, yeah, I see that you're angry, and it's because of black people.
Yeah, like, there's no anti-security state candidate. There's no even neutral on Israel candidate you can vote for. But there's also only candidates who are pro-startup in one way or the other.
The worst part about being a Twitch streamer and like basically serving an audience that's like interested in politics is when I say something like about the fucking annoying startup thing that's like horrible in terms of like getting people motivated to go out and vote for them, is that
subsidizing my purchase of a fighter jet.
Yeah.
Just so you know that.
Yeah. Doesn't Kamala also support small businesses and startup entrepreneurs, which would create jobs?
What does that mean?
Which would create jobs that make everyone more successful.
What does that fucking mean? You might as well say she supports the truth. This means nothing. This is pablum. Nothing. Shit. Reddit is scary. What?
He's not a Redditor. This is our 15-year-old Mormon chatter, Neek Skit.
Oh, okay.
He always has the weirdest questions.
I don't want to yell at him. This is
no. I yell at him all the time.
no.
He says the dumbest shit. He says the dumbest shit in the chat.
He's a fucking kid.
It's a problem.
You know what I wanted to do when I was 14?
What?
I wanted to be. This is so fucking embarrassing, but I've told it before. My plan was that I was going to be a special forces officer and then become a liberal senator. And then so like if conservatives were like, you're against America, I'd be like, oh yeah? Well, I was a Navy SEAL. That was like my whole plan. So like, you know, you can think stupid things at that age.
Yeah. And
I probably thought the dumbest things any 15-year-old has. I would do like the special forces fitness test every night. I would do like a bunch of pull-ups and sit-ups in 2 minutes.
oh,
and
he's
then,
in JROTC. Told me that watching your stream helps him talk to the other kids in JROTC.
He's gonna pick up my dream that I forgot about. I let the dream die of the liberal.
They keep pantsing him at the JROTC program because he says stuff like this. So he has to.
Don't give up on the dream. I gave up on the dream of being a liberal Navy SEAL, but you can fucking carry it to completion. I let other things distract me.
Yeah.
I got into computer games. I got into smoking mid. I got into Lil Wayne. That was a big thing. And I let the dream die. And I regret it every fucking day. But you have the opportunity to like really do this, to really be the liberal. He's
going to
Navy
be
SEAL.
the inevitable officer program guy that like does the military coup that puts you into power.
Yeah, no. It's not a bad plan. You're right. It's a great plan.
See, being an officer seems safer though.
Well, I was going to be an officer, so you're right.
So,
I
dude,
was planning on going to college.
He's gonna do the military coup.
Oh
like
my God.
I'm brainwashing the next generation
Oh
of
my
JROTC kids.
Things are looking up for me.
No memes, just ignorance on my end. What even would this 50K tax cut do to help like anyone? Like, I don't know, if you want to fucking start like a franchise business, okay, you can like present it as a LLC or a startup, even though that has a fucking shit ton of overhead. So it basically benefits people that have like a little bit of fucking capital scrounged up on the side after working years and years and years that want to like get into a fucking business that is inevitably going to fail in the next 2 years so that they can get a 50 grand tax cut the first year. And that's it. That's literally it. It's, you know, it's not like a real thing. It's not going to be helpful to anybody. Maybe some upper middle class people might be able to start a thing.
Chapo and Cumtown would have benefited from it.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Like ultimately it's not like, this is not how you run a fucking national campaign is my point. Okay. The goal should be to try to reach, as many people as you possibly can, address their fucking anxieties, address their immediate issues. And every single person, universally almost at this point in the United States of America, says the exact same shit, okay? If you're below a certain level of prosperity in this country, then you obviously are complaining constantly about fucking healthcare costs, constantly complaining about, if you have children, childcare costs, constantly complaining about how your job doesn't pay enough and you don't have enough fucking time off from your job so that you can have like a sense of purpose in your life. And then beyond that, you're complaining about, I don't know, the roads looking like shit and all of the other social safety nets constantly being in a state of disrepair. If you need any of those, if you need any of those programs, okay, those are the things. Number one, though, the one that I haven't mentioned is housing. Okay. The cost of housing, it is unimaginably high in this goddamn country. Okay. That's it. And if you don't address these issues in a meaningful way and then make a genuine effort to be like, no, I'm going to fucking fight for you. Okay. I am going to fight for you. I'm going to make sure that this happens, which Kamala Harris has never done, really. Like, let's be for fucking real for a second. If you're not going to do that, then yeah, it's going to be the same fucking people that like go, I don't know. I guess I don't want like fucking, rapist Hitler to be president. And I will probably vote for this other fucking shitty candidate instead, as people try to delude themselves into being motivated to vote for Kamala Harris. Like, people are so goddamn desperate for like any kind of momentum from the Democratic Party. That's like the one consistent thing I've seen from like normie voters. that I talk to on a regular basis is that they're like really desperate for like any crumb of hope. Okay.
Yeah, the
if you specifically want to do something about creating job opportunities, how do we go about it? Fucking federal jobs program. Okay. Federal jobs program. Get these people to work. Okay. Pay them. They're unionized employees across the board and get to work. Okay. Get the motherfucking work.
Some of like the great, like most advantageous policies, you know, be they, complete infrastructure overhauls, new avenues of transportation, etc., would be, incredible employment opportunities as well.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, start building a fucking high-speed rail from New York City to Los Angeles. Okay, fuck it. And put every goddamn person to work in every individual state. There you go. There you have it. I pay over $2,000 for a studio in LA. How the fuck can I ever save for a house? Monthly payments aren't an issue, but I can't save a dime. Exactly. Those are the legitimate problems, right? Those are the legitimate fucking issues that people experience. If Kamala Harris does not talk about those issues and how she's going to solve those issues, and instead leans into these like fucking neoliberal, like, tax cuts, like that's the other aspect of it that's so fucking annoying. We will never have like the Trump bucks, right? That was phenomenal. It was a necessity, right? Because America is the engine, the consumer engine that runs the entire planet. So if the American population all of a sudden is like broke as fuck, don't have a job, they can't buy the treats. And if they don't buy the treats, then the global market collapses. So obviously they needed to get money so they could continue buying the fucking treats. So they did. That was the last time the government ever offered like actual direct cash infusions. And it was awesome. It was great. It was fucking fantastic. Okay? It was fantastic. Since then, of course, we immediately went back and we're like, we absolutely cannot ever do that again. We have to always present everything as a tax cut, as a tax credit. There's no other way that the Democratic Party can operate. No subsidies for the working poor, only subsidies for big businesses. You can't solve these issues while money is still in politics. You're literally in a fantasy land if you think that anyone in power is going to take away power from the corporations. All right, dog, I know that. What do you want me to fucking do? I'm just giving you answers as to why things are fucked up, okay? Yeah. You know what the Democrats are hyped about? Getting Taylor Swift to endorse Kamala Harris. They won't shut up about how they drove up 350K users to vote.org. I know. And by the way, look at everything that we just looked at. Look at everything that we just covered in terms of like what the Republicans are worried about. Okay. Tough question. You are between LeBron and Trump. LeBron in you and you in Trump. You moving back or forward? If LeBron wants me to throw it back, I'm throwing it back. Okay. So not exactly a tough question. You didn't have to read that or answer it? No, I did. I think I speak for everyone when I say everybody needed to hear what I had to say about that. There was a lot of people that were wondering what my take is on this issue. And as you know, I mean, I didn't even fucking hesitate. Like I had the answer locked in, okay? It was in the chamber. I popped off with that real fucking quick. So, yeah. And for people saying MPreg, it's like, yeah, dude, imagine my offshoot, my spawn would be such a dominant force in basketball. It would be great. I wish LeBron could impregnate me so I could have a son that absolutely goes to the NBA. I'd be like those fucking YouTube parents that just like constantly put a fucking camera on their children. from the earliest age. I'll be like, that baby needs to dribble. Oh, you want fucking titty milk? Sorry, baby. You're going to have to learn how to dribble, dog. Okay? What if you get a girl, though? It's same shit. What? You think I give a fuck? WNBA, baby. The fuck? It don't matter. No titty milk for you until you learn how to dribble. You get the goat jeans and your washed ass jumper, kid would max out on D3 on average. No! If LeBron can learn to be a consistent three-point shooter, so could our child. Okay? You made Felix leave. Most same bronsexual. Can you see the fires from your house? Is that why it's so goddamn hot out right now? There's fucking fires. Never coming on the broadcast after this clip? Okay, dude, chill. Let's hear what the
In
voters had to
Doylestown,
say
Bucks
about this.
County, they call this the scenic stroll.
All right, I'm getting tired already. Are you?
On this morning walk, we asked them to walk through the night before. Who thought the winner was Donald Trump? Who thought the winner was Kamala Harris?
I'm still amazed that some people will support Trump after all the crazy things that we heard last night, eating pets, babies being murdered after 9 months of birth. That craziness makes me uncomfortable.
If division has been a bad thing,
Division's
Debbie,
been terrible.
why should Kamala Harris heal that or fix that?
I think because she won't amplify the break. She won't feed the fuel, the fire that keeps that stoked. I think she'll really take the rhetoric down.
Yeah, she needs to. She needs to amplify the ad break at the top of the hour. You think you know what normies think, but you really don't. What? I know you see me, Mr. Piker. I'm being psychotic, and I know you see me. Please stop. Please, chatter. Come on. Please. Oh my God. Oh. Calm down, please. Please. The dangerous side of this streaming business. The 3-minute ad break is what I'm talking about. Here it is. All right. Seems like very much like a West Hollywood voter.
Yeah.
Like if you talk to these guys about like one issue that they are like insanely reactionary on, they will be virtually indistinguishable from Adolf Hitler, but on everything else they will be the most the most progressive guy you've ever met.
Yeah.
Like I've met so many dudes like this. I've met so many dudes like this that are just like, I'm a lifelong Democrat. Okay. I love the Democratic Party. You ask them about like a homeless person, they're like, we should melt them. We should kill all of them immediately.
That's ascendant Californian liberalism.
Yeah. Israel, most important ally you've ever seen. More important than anyone else, really.
Newsomism.
Yeah.
It's a rising ideology.
Pregnancies.
Don't ask him about the immigrants. No, he don't give a fuck about. He loves immigrants. No, guys like this love immigrants. They're like, yeah, they work my land. They're my landscapers. I love them. Guys like this love immigrants. They're like, I'm telling you, they're insanely woke. Okay, unimaginably woke. For the same demographic profile, you put this guy in Springfield, Ohio, you're gonna hear the most insane shit. This guy, same exact demographic, insanely woke. Okay, however, like I said, 2 issues, like anything that like has remotely impacted his life in like some way, they will be Hitlerian, okay? And you'll be shocked to hear like the types of opinions they have on like, homeless people.
And I think of what their life would be like if they had a difficult pregnancy and they were in a state that would, as Vice President Harris suggested, she might have to bleed out in her car.
To a large extent, minds were made up before this debate. In U.S. politics,
This
Guy is awesome.
Dude, yo, send this guy to Springfield now.
Oh my God. They would start worshiping him like a god. They've never seen a guy like him. I love him.
He's got the full suit and everything.
He sounds amazing. He looks amazing.
I did not know this is what this man looked like.
positions tend to be entrenched.
He
For
would
both Trump
take
and
over
Harris,
Springfield.
this was about reaching beyond the core vote.
17 is a lot.
Whatever the conversation about debate night, that's where victory lies in November. James Matthews, Sky
everything he
News
he
in
says
Doylestown.
sounds so good.
I get that law in my suburb. There's a guy a few streets over who's super nice, really progressive on weed, drugs, wants Medicare for all. But there was a proposal to build an apartment complex in our area. He said he'd burn it down.
That's so many
tracks.
Americans.
That tracks.
So many fucking Americans.
Yeah, his name, Steph Curry. That's Steph Curry. You just described Steph Curry's politics. Sorry, it's true. He literally did that, okay? Oh my God.
This is the only reporter they should send out. I
Yeah.
love him.
I do have like a soft spot in my heart for like European commentators that come and like talk about American politics like we're animals.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
Just talking to like the dumbass average American voter.
Yeah. It's always like it's my favorite thing because it's like it reads like they're in the Serengeti.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's like, yes, we are in the tundra.
Yeah, when they have to try to like describe the stupid things that like American voters care about.
Yeah.
He said that he wanted a businessman in charge.
Let's see what my goats at the five.
everyone.
No, they don't have Jessica Tarkov on today. God, I'm so old.
Wait, who's Jessica Tarkov?
Jessica Tarkov. So the five.
I know
if
the five.
Okay, so the five. Jessica Tarkov is there's a liberal seat on the five.
Ooh.
You didn't know this? So the five. Let's see if there's a full blown like. Oh, here. So here's the wide shot. So the five always has, Xanax, mom, Judge Janine, who is
I
just
love her.
sloshed out of her fucking titties.
She's so fun.
You got date rapist galore, Jesse Waters,
He's
right?
definitely killed a woman.
Who probably, yes. And he liked it. You have a basic blonde woman that I genuinely do not know the name of because there
Dana
is like
Perino
this.
too?
There's this in every fucking Fox show.
Yeah.
If you don't have the same blonde woman who I think is literally cloned, okay? They are the same woman. You will never be able to tell me, like, I will never believe you. Like, it's impossible to distinguish. Contract mandated blonde woman obligatory for every show.
And
then
goat,
Buttfeld.
the
Buttfeld.
goat of comedy.
Yeah, the king of late night.
Yes.
The king of late night, Buttfeld.
If you, again, uncuck the streams, Gutfeld is the most watched late night performer of
Yeah.
all time
Yeah.
and the world's biggest comedian.
So Jessica Tarkov usually sits here. Sometimes they have, what's the fucking dude who sent nudes of himself?
Juan Williams?
Yeah, no, Juan. No, it was not Williams. God damn it. The other one. His name is Juan as well, but I think it's Juan, isn't it? Not Anthony Weiner, man. Fuck. Oh, it's not Juan. Geraldo Rivera.
Oh, yeah.
They'll have like Geraldo Rivera.
He's sort of lib. He's sort like he's quiet. He's weirdly like very good on Israel, which is like
really?
a very strange.
Maybe that's why
feature.
he's not on the five at
Yeah.
all lately.
Yeah, he's like weird. Like he's not like glory to the resistance, but he's like way better than you'd expect. It's very surprising.
Yeah. So Geraldo Rivera or this guy, I forget his name. I don't know what his deal is, but my favorite is Jessica Tarlov. I call her Jessica Tarkov, but her name is Jessica Tarlov, and that's the liberal seat. Like this is the hot seat, and they just like kind of bully her. Usually when she's on, like Jesse will make like insane remarks about women And then sometimes it gets so out of control that even Buttfeld is like, all right, ease up, big guy. Like,
you know, yeah, you
awesome
know,
dynamic.
yeah, you know, it's bad when Gutfeld has to get woke.
No, he literally, like 2 weeks ago, he very famously said Kamala Harris would get raped by her generals.
What?
Yeah, he said in the room she'd be paralyzed and the generals would have their way with her. And it was so shocking.
He's like has to have killed a woman.
Yeah, it was so shocking that like everyone else at the panel froze and we're like, no, that wasn't Buttfeld. Buttfeld would never.
No,
Jesse.
he would never say that. Do you remember when Jesse Waters, like, he got in trouble because there was a clip of like Ivana Trump like holding a microphone, and he's like, I like the way she's holding that, like a dick. He's such a fucking creep. Oh my god,
awesome.
he's so fucking scuzzy.
God.
Oh my god,
he's dope. He's
awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's watch. Let's see what the fuck they're talking about.
5 o'clock in New York City, and this is the 5.
And she's like the main host, technically. I don't know who the fuck her name is.
She looks so much like Dana Perino,
Well,
but I know it's not
apparently,
Dana
Greg,
Perino.
it was a showdown for the ages. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris squaring off for their first debate. The night starting out with a handshake and quickly turned into haymakers.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat.
During the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
Messed up that they're showing that part.
Yeah.
That's kind of fake friends. Fake friends.
Well, they did him a favor by not having I worked with the Taliban.
Yeah.
Run Spot Run was when I could tell that he had lost, like this was going to be a historically bad night for him.
That was it. He's like doing Brandonisms. Like that's like a listen fat style moment right there.
He absorbs the power of everyone he defeats. And he misses Brandon so much he became him.
Yeah. Viktor Orban.
Viktor Orban likes me.
Like, I can't get over the Viktor Orban mentions. Like, I know Viktor Orban sitting in his bedroom, okay, in the governor's mansion or wherever the fuck he's staying in
the biggest cave in Hungary.
Yeah. And he's wearing one of those like fucking like those suits that you like wear in old timey shows with like the fucking.
Oh, with the nightcap,
with the nightcap and everything.
He's blowing out his candle,
and he's kicking his feet, excited that he got mentioned by the former president of the United States.
I hate Orban is so fucking annoying. He made a speech at CPAC, and he's like, "We need to be more like Chuck Norris," and it's like. You should be invaded. Russia should invade you.
My favorite is when they're like when I think it was him and Nayib Bukele, which again Trump fucked him over.
Yeah, Trump hates Bukele now because Bukele's too developmentalist for him.
Yeah, I don't think it goes that far. I think someone told him he's Palestinian.
Right. No, I don't think that Trump personally was like, oh no, developmentalism, and he's going to join the non-aligned movement. I don't think he thought that.
Yeah,
necessarily.
I think Trump was like, Bukele, that sounds like an Arab. Why is he in El Salvador? But the thing I was gonna say is like they both went to CPAC and they were like, we hate globalism. And I'm like, dude, you're from El Salvador and you're from Hungary. What do you mean? Like, you hate globalism for like America? Like, what the fuck?
Also, like Hungary gets EU runoff specifically because they're the EU, the most like globalist project, if you can even assign like one institution or one ideology to that. B, they get EU runoff because they're supposed to be like a breakwater against Russia. The supposed like hated enemy of globalism. But
they're also getting Chinese money.
Yeah, globalism is such an amorphous term that these fucking idiots go, No, you don't get it. The globalists are trying to destroy Israel.
Yeah.
What is globalism then?
Yeah.
It's just anything then.
Yeah, it's like not.
It's nothing and
They
it's
can't even do
everything.
anti-Semitism right.
Yeah, Jesus.
You fucking idiots.
My favorite Trump thing from last time, I have a lot of favorites, but I loved when he said concept of a plan, he said it in such a Homer Simpson tone. He said it exactly like Homer says it.
You think they'll
I
put
have a
that in
concept of a plan.
the 5?
No, I
In
don't
the
think,
5
I don't
compy?
think they will, unfortunately. I have the concept of a plan.
Oh God, it was awesome.
Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please.
He loved that one.
Yeah, he thought he snapped.
He talked about it afterwards. He was like, "You guys heard that? I practiced that one line."
That's so Hillary to do that.
Yeah.
That's such a Hillaryism to have like a single little retort you prepared and be like, anyone catch that?
Yeah. It was lame as fuck.
No one liked it.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. What you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
Quiet, please. She's going to do all these wonderful
Wait, this makes him look really bad and Kamala kind of good. What's going on?
Well,
Damn, they couldn't find any highlights, dude. What the fuck?
I mean, you know how Murdoch, like after last night, Murdoch was probably like, fuck him.
No, he's too busy fucking doing his succession situation in his own family where he's like trying to rat fuck his children. So the most insane one gets the entire franchise.
Well, like Lachlan or someone was like, fuck him, you know.
Yeah. There's like a woke one apparently.
Is there?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I heard that there's like one gay one or something. There's like a woke one who's like who he wants to make it less, I guess, less profitable. He's a fucking idiot.
I mean, that's why you have to have like 5 kids. Because it's like,
yeah, no, it is literally Succession. Like
that's, if I ever start like $1 billion business, I'm having 5 of them because like, I don't know if I'll go crazy or not when I get old. And I want at least one son who's like woke or something.
Yeah, that's
if
what
I fuck up and I like make my kids evil. If I have 5 of them,
that's what Elon was thinking, but like for the opposite, there was like at least one of them needs to be a fascist. If I have 11, one of them will be like the good kind of autism, the Nazi kind.
Oh my God. His thing, I am like his Taylor Swift thing last night was like fucking nauseating. But like on the silver lining is like, you know how like Delta Force, like the first women have started joining Delta Force.
Yeah.
You know that those women grew up listening to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So
They're gonna treat him like an army ranger who tried to call criminal investigation division about coke trafficking.
They're gonna Chris Kyle him.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was so gross. It was so gross, dude. I talked about that a lot. It was just like, it's so sweaty and pathetic, and it's like, notice me, please, notice me, Taylor Swift. Don't worry, babe, I'll fuck you. It's like, dude, you are disgusting. Like, you are a disgusting fucking creature. You look like God is punishing you for all of your evil that you've done every day of the fucking week.
Just anyone who like says something like that public, like I usually don't think you can evince too much about someone's character based on their posts or whatever, but like when you're like ostensibly like a real serious person, like you're supposed to be running all these companies, and you like say that publicly, you have definitely done some like NDA worthy shit.
Yeah,
way more
for
that has gone way farther than like just, you know, when he tried to. What did he do? He like showed his cock to the flight attendant and tried to give her a horse.
I was like, take this horse.
Yeah. She burst into tears when she saw his like porcelain colored dick. Because like, who wouldn't? And he was like, oh my God, do you want a horse?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Forget about this. Here's a horse. It's like, no, I need I need psychiatric therapy.
He has to have like done some insane thing.
Yeah,
like there's no way.
No,
if you like think it's like cool to say that, you did some Jesse Waters things,
dude. It was so. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'll spare you. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It was so gross. Like, where the fuck's the tweet? I'm sure it has like 800 million fucking likes by now, because every disgusting rapist freak is probably like, oh, this is so funny. Oh, who wouldn't want to fuck Elon? Of course Taylor should fuck Elon. I'm going to make AI photos of Taylor and Elon having 11 children.
There are a lot of women pilots in the Air Force now. Take a break from shooting down God-guided Yemeni ballistic missiles. And, you know what you have to do. You know who you listen to when you were going through the Air Force Academy to become a pilot, ladies.
Oh, God. I fucking hate this shit. Like, oh, I can't. It's just
I had to check. I didn't think it was real.
It circuited my brain when I read it. I was like,
Jesus fuck.
Like the air of entitlement from this tweet too, where it's like, of course she wants to fuck me. I'm Elon Musk, and it's like, but also how sweaty this is. How fucking unimaginably sweaty and gross this is, dude. I thought it was a parody. No, this is divorce levels previously unseen. Like, I don't know, man. It'd be fucking. I think it'd be sick if Travis Kelce beat the shit out of him. Like, I don't give a fuck about Travis Kelce in any other circumstance, but it'd be fucking dope if he just killed him. Like, he has the right. I think it's his right.
No one with that style of ironic mustache will like do that. And she was dating like a man of honor.
Like, it's the legal. You're gonna get banned. I'm saying, like, it's like prima nocta style shit. You know what I mean? It's like legal it's legal in the ancient lands. Like, he has to fucking do a trial by combat. You know what I mean? Ay, ay, ay. Disgusting.
Yeah, just fucking made my skin crawl. Not even necessarily because, like, the content's fucking bizarre and stomach churning, but more so just like, oh, this guy's like probably raped someone. That was like more my takeaway.
You're reinforcing, dude. I love my chat. Why not Taylor? You're reinforcing that men own women. Just say Taylor gets to kill him, man.
I mean, like, when was the last time someone with, like, let's say, like, $500 million personally killed someone? Phil Spector?
The fucking Jinx guy.
Yeah. And see, look, he got in trouble for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he leaked it while he was pissing.
He kind of did everything he could possibly do to get caught. That's the part, like, he wanted people to know how cool his murder was.
Like, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't put a lot of thought and effort into this take, okay, with the Travis Kelce thing. Like, I'm sure Taylor can do it too, of course. Girls can, anything men can do, girls can do better, okay? That's not, my intention was not to come across as misogynistic in this hypothetical scenario. Robert Durst, you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
Let Taylor kill someone, you misogynist. Yeah, I think Taylor Swift should say something. That'd be great. Oh my God. It would literally, what you're saying about the women Delta Force would come true. If she came out and was like, this is gross, you're fucking creep, shut the fuck up. This would cause, like, Elon Musk would have to pay extra for security for at least the next 10 years.
Yeah, like, I don't know if people follow Seth Harp's reporting. He does a lot of really good reporting on, like, very weird Fort Bragg stuff and special forces stuff. But he posted something interesting about, that there are women in Delta now. And it's like, look, just going by the odds, at least one of them grew up listening to Taylor Swift.
Yes.
You know, like, biggest artist in the world.
100%. No, they all did.
Yeah.
I'm a firm.
Probably all of them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She could.
Dude, yeah, it's like, that's the real fatwa. A white woman fatwa has never happened before.
Do you think there's any, like, non-religious or non-political leader who could so easily command people to kill?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone close.
No. Yeah. 100%.
She's like,
I don't even think Trump could do it.
no. Like Trump said, let's take back this country. And they went and they like farted on Nancy Pelosi's desk and like got killed.
Yeah.
If Taylor had commanded January 6th, it would have happened. It would have gone down way different.
Yeah, I think Taylor Swift does command like the most powerful constituency, the #1 consuming engine. Like we talk about America being the consumer engine, but like women make 85% of the purchase decisions in the household. Okay, 85%. Holy fuck, dude! The amount of power, holy shit, that Taylor Swift has. BTS could maybe.
I could, yeah.
BTS,
they are pretty nuts. Those are the only people that have like brought in Tom, my friend Tom, to heel, even a little bit.
Wait,
I mean, it
really?
didn't really fully stop him, but it was like Tom is pissed off everyone, but he did this BTS bit where he's like, I love BTS, but Jimin sucks.
No. Bro, you're gonna get me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna catch flag
he had to,
for invoking that in here.
He had to, he had to endure the storm for a while.
Taylor made my wife make me draft Travis Kelce in fantasy, so I get it. That's insane.
Jesus.
All right,
things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years.
I have to pee.
All right, but the big controversy of the night wasn't the candidates. ABC
so
moderators
that
David Muir and
isn't
Lindsay
Dana
Davis
Perino,
getting
'cause it
called
looks
out
so
after
much like
aggressively
her.
fact-checking
It really
Trump 5
does.
times, but 0 times for Harris.
There is no state in this country where
you still come off as a fucking loser. It's the same problem as Trump, like constantly talking about the election being stolen. No one wants to be reminding people of their loss. It's death. It's the sign of a campaign that is in a tailspin. It never works.
The president then, at the time, say there were fine people on each side. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
Meanwhile, the Harris campaign wants a second debate. Donald Trump says
that was the only time where it was like they could have I guess like fact checked her or about the Hamas rapes thing.
Yeah.
That's
God
never gonna
knows
happen.
they're not gonna fucking fact check that.
Yeah. David Muir
Anyone
is
can say
sexy,
that.
but like they're decapitating him if he says something in front of 65 million people like that.
Yeah, you don't get to be on the news asking questions like that.
No, not at all.
Fucking way. if he had pushed back on that for even a second, they would be like trying to organize protests against David Muir.
Yeah,
They'd be like, my daughter goes to fucking Colombia and she's afraid she's gonna get killed because of David Muir normalizing anti-Semitism.
Yeah,
like you just can't. Yeah, they don't like
welcome back, anti-Semite of the week, David Muir.
It would be like Bill Ackman would be like, I'm offering a $500,000 bounty for anyone who has a video of David Muir breaking a menorah over his leg.
Yeah, that's someone said David Muir is now working for Zeteo. You'd only see him in those fucking on those Twitter clips of him asking the State Department very normal questions that they never respond.
They're the only people who are actually like pushing Matt Miller in anything.
Like the only people doing real journalism in this fucking country are like the same 20 people that have been doing it for the past like 40 years too.
I watch all of those.
Noticeably, none of them working at New York Times.
Yeah. The only people who like it's either them or like whatever like British reporters are there.
Yeah.
I have gotten very well acquainted with all like the state spokespeople, and like they're all just repulsive. Matt Miller, I may hate him the most, but my least favorite newcomer is that fucking Butterball.
Oh, a Fat Sauger.
Yeah.
He's goofy though. He's goofy.
I mean, with him, you at least get there is the fun in that, like he's like crying himself.
Vedant Patel, yes,
yeah, Patel.
He does. He does seem like I feel like I said this before, but like every time he trips up, it almost feels like there's like a little bit of humanity inside of him that's saying like, this is not right.
Like you would be unrecognizable to like even the adolescent version of you. This is, you are doing complete evil. He knows it. Matt Miller is like, he's dead inside, nothing, you know. But him, he apparently, there's a sadness in his eyes.
I thought that, and then someone told me he's a University of Florida graduate.
Okay.
And then I was like, never mind. He got this job. He did not deserve this job at all. I don't know how the fuck he got the job.
Oh my God. They're letting anyone in.
Yeah. Oh man.
I went to ASU. Let me run the State Department. I mean, no offense to ASU graduates in the chat.
But yeah, it is pretty funny that you know, if they are incompetent, it's usually because, unless it's Karine Jean-Pierre, who's just bad at her job,
horrible,
who is just genuinely bad at her job. But
terrible.
Like usually those press people, like when they're doing a bad job, is because like it's kind of hard to just consistently defend a genocidal apartheid regime when people are just like constantly asking you. It's been 200 days since you said that you would investigate the death of Hind Rajab, a 6-year-old, by Israeli authorities. Oh
yeah,
that's why I have a special place in my heart for Kirby, who like absolutely is a freakish monster. Who like I think watches the latest reports in order to come. Like I think he just gets like sexual gratification.
Kirby
from
is
it.
like a full sociopath.
Yeah.
There's like no shame or anything there. He is a complete nihilist who like enjoys like the mass murder of children.
He wears,
there's no doubt.
He like one of the hostage families or whatever gave him the IDF dog tags, and he has not stopped jerking off with the IDF dog tags on. He never takes it off.
Yeah,
he can't nut without it.
He is just. I mean, that's people like him are ideally why you would want life sentences to exist.
You can't
let a person like that out in society.
Yeah, he reminds me of like an old school, like, you know, government man. Like back when, like 60s CIA stooge, like more competent, evil as fuck.
He's right. He's the type of guy that would like personally tell Lieutenant Calley that he got pardoned.
Yeah.
He's mulling it over.
Well, you know, when you don't win, it's like a fighter. When a fighter has a bad fight, gets knocked out, or loses the fight, the first thing he says...
Dude, he is coping so hard. He went into the spin room, which he did after the Hillary debate as well, which I think Hillary won in that instance too. I think if I remember correctly, the first debate that he did with Hillary won. So he like did the spin room back then as well. But he immediately started talking about like 3 Twitter polls that he found that were available for 24 hours. And in the first, like he clipped them in the first 23 minutes and was like, see, 95% said that I won.
Yeah, and it was like what, like Cat Turd is running the poll?
Yeah, it was like Insider Paper or something. It's like one of those like Groyper accounts that fucking presents itself as like a breaking news now type account.
He didn't even get because like everyone in the Trump sphere is like, well, okay, he lost, but it's because he had to fight the moderator and Harris. He was fighting 3 people that night. You know?
C-SPAN fucking ran those polls? No shot. What? There's no way.
We want a rematch. So we won the debate according to every poll, every single poll. I think that
oh, the C-SPAN poll is also a Twitter poll.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see.
Yep. Yeah. No, agree.
The only thing this shows is that Twitter is not real life at all. It is just dominated by fucking right-wing Nazi losers. If I didn't click that, they would ban me on Twitter. Okay, chat. You don't understand.
Even 3-on-1, Trump won. No, agree.
That's crazy. These guys are so fucking delusional.
Are we going to do a rematch? I just don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah, he's not.
There's no way.
He got fucking clobbered, okay?
Probably the single worst performance of his political career.
Yeah.
Historically bad.
Yeah, it's pretty apparent. Like Fox News did the fucking death.
Now.
The Fox News was doing the death spiral chants. Brit Hume literally was like, "This is the worst debate I've ever seen." Like,
well, yeah, Brit Hume is like a pre-Trump guy. Like he's like a Bush guy, so he knows.
I know. He's single-handedly watched this party that this party that he loves go from like the competent country club Republicans to like the Trump party.
He's furious.
That is a wrap.
Like Brit Hume was probably there when Karl Rove thought of the idea to say that John McCain had a black illegitimate daughter, and he's like, "This is what this fucking party is now." These fucking idiots.
On the Harris-Trump presidential debate, now in the books.
Here with us tonight for post-debate analysis, Brit Hume, Dana Perino, Harold Ford Jr., Laura Ingraham, Jesse Waters, plus Sean Hannity will be with us live from the spin room. Well,
what a weird career Harold
inflation,
Ford
abortion, immigration, January 6th. It took about 40 minutes to get to a question pressing Vice President Harris on the list of changing policies from when she ran for president in 2019. About an hour before foreign policy came up, the first question of the debate, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Never fully received an answer there. However, Vice President Harris was clearly well prepared, practiced on the offensive much of the night. Former President Trump did take a lot of the bait that she threw out in some of those answers, but he pointed time and again, as he did there at the end, about what she has or has not done as vice president. The question now is, how much does this move the needle?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be said that she was really never held to the fire. She was not pressed by the moderators on her past positions and how she got from a very progressive.
Yeah, I mean, you laws when you're crying to the referee. Like this is not what the Fox News coverage looked like after the last debate. That's how you know. That's how you know. When Joe Biden was like collapsing, having a fucking meltdown on stage, they were doing victory laps. They were popping fucking champagne. That's how you fucking know this shit sucked for him.
Sean Hannity is in the spin room. Thoughts on this debate, Sean?
I disagree on other parts of what he said. I think the biggest loser in the debate, and we talked about this pre-debate, is ABC. The fact that we didn't get
soldier, like he knows that.
Just
yeah.
So your thoughts?
I don't think the American people are watching and thinking any of these people won.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Who's to say?
Yeah. Who knows? Has anyone ever won a debate?
Yeah. What are debates really? No one cares about them.
What does it mean to win?
Famously, that's what Ben Shapiro said. Ben Shapiro was like, nobody cares about debates.
Okay. That's Ben.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah.
If Ben said that, that's a sign of like self-harm incoming.
Yeah, he used I think he used the term fuddy-duddy at the end of it or something. Like, he was busting out the big words. Words that he only would words exclusive when he's only talking about like Arab people or whatever. They were utilized tonight.
God.
He's putting money in the swear jar.
This was rough. This was pretty intense at times. She started off shaky. She regained her footing. But I thought she was going to come out with some of these memorable lines.
Okay. Laura Ingraham doubles down, whining about the ABC News moderators being too harsh on Trump, showing that this will absolutely be the MAGA talking point this week. Brit Hume.
From person who was well prepared, had answers, and knew where she was going.
Not only a different person from the person she was in that interview on CNN, but a different person from the absolute dunderhead so many of us thought she was during her conduct as vice president when she would come out with these ludicrous statements that started.
I love him. Dunderhead.
Yeah.
100%. Listen, son, I was there when we shot a missile at the Pentagon. This is worse.
Midair,
unburdened by the past,
unburdened by common sense, and here she was tonight. She was composed. She was prepared. She kept her cool. She saw advantages. She took them. She baited him successfully, which is the story of the debate, in my view. So she came out ahead in this, in my opinion, no doubt. Now, whether it'll move the needle in the race, very few things seem to. But
See, no
that
more
remains
Brit.
to be
They're
seen.
not making any more Brit Humes. They're not making anyone
Yeah,
left who
they're
could do
making-
9/11. They're making this guy.
Yeah, this guy is the best though.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
It's weird. I can't take him seriously. He's not at an airport.
Where is he?
Yeah, it's weird. But he is still wearing a shirt that is noticeable.
This is like the Republican uniform now.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest t-shirt you've ever seen over a blazer for some reason. They
Yeah.
love that outfit.
Yeah.
That's like the
debate
coolest
is
thing.
over. I'm mic'd up because I'm getting ready to go live on Newsmax N2. Getting ready to go live, so I'm mic'd up. The debate is over. What did you guys think of the debate? Friends, Kamala came prepared. She came prepared with lots of points that I don't know that President Trump was ready for. It was not a slaughter, and I'll tell you why. Because she was pushing lies that if somebody doesn't know what the truth is, then they wouldn't know. They don't know what to think. And how many Americans actually go research? How many actually go research and fact check? I've been trying to put the fact checks out. She still pushed the Charlottesville.
Fact check. Yeah, fact check. Haitians are eating cats.
He's really spiraling in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, this is not good,
Lie.
man.
Absolutely a lie. She pushed so many lies, but she was very, very cunning in exactly why and how she said what she said. And at the end of each...
this is cognizant that like Kamala baited the fuck out of Trump.
He
and
walked
Trump
into. There's not a single thing that she baited on him on that he didn't walk directly into.
Yeah. This debate won't matter. It was just eliminated as an inflection point. The American people still know nothing about Kamala Harris's positions. Donald Trump is still Donald Trump, and the legacy media are still a giant flaming dog turd.
Woo! Yeah, man.
Wait, did he put himself on the shirt? Wait,
Yes,
is that
he did.
him? Oh, oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's
no,
Elon.
that space is reserved for Viktor Orban, dog. Okay.
Yeah, he did not shout out David at the debate. He shouted out Viktor Orban.
Yeah. It is pretty funny because people are like, oh, why didn't they fucking fact check Kamala Harris? Like, what are they supposed to fact check her on? She's boring as shit.
Yeah.
Like, she's not gonna come out. Like, what would be the liberal version of like
oh, Kamala, you said our dreams undergird our ambitions. Is
Yeah.
that true? She just says bullshit. You can't, like, that's not, you know.
It's like old school buttoned up politicians. Like the last time the fact check ever happened was like Mitt Romney one time. And that was like a big point of contention, a big point of controversy that it even happened. And it's like, yeah, back in the day, a lot of you are young, but like politicians would at the very least try to lie in the direction of the truth or would try to lie in a way that still gives them an out. Donald Trump completely dropped that shit. He's just been saying 1 million Americans get killed every day by migrants.
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do? Not say that's wrong.
Yeah, there's a difference between, like, that's exactly it. We're like, when Bush lied, or any of these guys, or any of like the supposed successors to the Bush Republicans, when they did it, it was always in like such a way that if you fact checked it, you looked like you were quibbling or like just looking for a confrontation.
Yeah, they used to care. They used to care about like how they messaged it. And I think Donald Trump was correct when he predicted that like it's better to just like drop the dog whistles.
Yeah.
Because like clearly the American population was way more responsive to that. That's why they were like, he tells it like it is, you know?
Yeah, but then the problem with that is like you can't then like point to like, you know, any type of propriety or norms and go, hey, why aren't you giving me that?
Yeah.
Why aren't you extending me the same professional courtesy?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you chose not to have this.
Yeah.
You don't want it. And it's mostly advantaged you and hurt you in other ways.
The closest you can get to like a fact check would be, and it's not even remotely in the same territory as like shit that Trump says on a daily basis, but like it would be the bloodbath thing.
Yeah.
Where he was like very obviously talking about the economy and like using violent language, but he's not talking about like, you know, the streets are going to run red with blood or whatever. He's just saying like the economy is going to fucking tank. Having said that, however, he says a whole bunch of violent shit anyway. So that's also like a useless fact check in general. What are you going to fucking act like Trump doesn't say insanely violent shit about like direct political violence on a daily basis? Or What are they gonna do? Like call out Kamala Harris because Donald Trump said you're the reason why I got shot at? That was awesome.
Yeah.
He was like, Kamala
you say
Harris.
horrible things about me, and that got me shot.
Yeah. That's yeah, Kamala Harris, when she was saying like our dreams are going to be starting when we start the process of dreaming about our start. That's when that was the activation code for the Manchurian candidate to fucking snipe Donald Trump.
Yeah, when that kid heard about $50,000 for startups in majority minority neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have to kill him.
Yeah, I have to kill him.
I love this policy so much. It's such a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Whining about someone else getting you shot is loser shit.
It kind of is. I did kind of think that because it is like that doesn't come off strong.
Yeah.
You're so mean to me that someone almost killed me.
Yeah.
If someone said that, like in your personal life, even if it was true,
yeah, you'd be like, you shouldn't have missed.
yeah. If you had two friends and like one of those friends put up like billboards about the other friend where they're like, this guy's terrible, he's a terrorist, he abducts children, and someone shot at the other friend and like hit him in the ear, but it didn't really like hurt him that bad. But the other friend starts blowing up your group chat and he's like, the horrible things you say about me got me shot in the ear. You'd be like, can you shut the fuck up? Like, I don't care. Like, you're like, either kill him or shut up. I don't care.
Yeah, Cat Turd talking about like pet murder is pretty crazy. Like, dude, come on, dude. You put out like a massive Twitter post. Like, you effort posted about murdering your fucking dog, dude.
He is the Labrador flattener. There is no dog that is safe from him behind the wheel.
It's crazy. Like, he has killed multiple pets and he will do it again.
I don't know anyone who's like been like, whoops, I ran over my dog.
Dude, this is the same shit. It's the same shit as the woman in Springfield being like, look at the trash. They're piling up trash. And then it's like her trash can looks the same. You know what I mean? It's like, it's fine when I do it. It's bad when they do it.
Yeah. When you kill a pet, just kill it. Don't eat it. Don't get anything out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or Christy Nome.
Oh my God. What the fuck was that?
Yeah. We haven't even like seen what the fuck the Fox 5 are saying about
There's
this.
been big electoral shifts. I mean, like seismic things happening in this campaign. Joe Biden's debate, Trump's the assassination attempt on his life, Joe Biden dropping out, and the race basically remains tied, and it probably will be after this debate as well. But what did you think about last night?
Well, I don't know who won, but I know who lost. It was the American people.
Boom.
You know, you could say if you complain about the refs, you're losing. Well, if the refs are corrupt, you gotta complain because everybody lost.
So it's fine.
I actually got dumber watching it. I felt like my brain was being waterboarded by.
Yeah, you shouldn't have watched it. And if you did watch it, forget about it because it's stupid.
Yeah, nothing happened. Don't even ask me about it.
Yeah. 65 million people got stupid last night. Please don't say that you watched it or bring it up ever
Sheer
again.
nonsense of these idiot moderators. But we were so sidetracked by the mechanics of the debate, the muted mics, that we forgot about them. I honestly don't know how anyone can decide who won the debate. That's like trying to guess the price of a painting that you suspect is a forgery. You can't.
Bro is unwinding the entire career trajectory of, like, he's literally just saying, like, why do people even commentate on politics? Like, why? It's stupid. It's just like, what a dumb thing. You just have like 5 of your friends sit around in front of a table and start talking about politics. Why really is anybody doing debates?
Who really cares? Like, is anyone even noticing this stupid shit? I like sports. This is dumb.
He said, who even keeps tab of like who won a debate? Like, as though he hasn't been doing this professionally for like 40 fucking years.
If you went on Fox after Joe Biden went havudababa at the debate and you were like, who really knows what politics even are? They would make you the new, like, lady.
Yeah.
You know, they would never forget about it.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. They put a fucking dunce cap on you and parade you around town.
They would make you the new Alan Combs. They would make you
give you cancer.
Yeah. They would torture you for 20 years and give you cancer. If anyone went on there and said this shit.
I heard that like he actually hated Sean Hannity by the end of it or something. Like that
kind of makes sense.
I don't know if that's real or not, but I forget. Someone was telling me about that, like that he might have actually given him cancer.
Sean Hannity is like, he has a strong enough like willpower that I think he could incarcerate somebody through prayer.
Yeah.
He probably went to so many Catholic churches and was like, can we give this guy cancer? And they were like, no, Sean, stop asking. And then he found a weird enough Catholic church, like that guy in Texas who got kicked out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can help you.
Sean Hannity's built like what I imagine the Trent twins are going to look like when they go older and then stop cycling Anavar.
He's like, his skull has to weigh like 80 pounds.
He is such a perfect like high school football quarterback who just got old and never let that go.
I love him. He was like a construction worker who would like call into conservative radio and be like, I trust Bill Clinton as far as I could throw him, and with all those Big Macs he eats, probably not that far. And then they like made him a millionaire. So I love his whole story. I think he's very inspiring.
Did you know that Sean Hannity knows karate?
Oh yeah, no, he's an MMA guy. He trains with
awesome.
He trains with Chuck Liddell. There's a great video of Sean hitting some pads.
Oh, that's so sick.
It would be my honor to spar with him.
I do like Sean Hannity. I think like out of the Fox News lineup sucks so much. I mean, he's such a brown noser and really fucking annoying when he's like, Mr. President, yes, Mr. President. What else would you like, sir? Like he gobbles Trump's ass so hard. But I do kind of, I don't know why. There's like I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, now that you said he was a construction worker originally, like there is I don't know what it is. There's just something about him that like feels more real.
More human, like
more human.
Yeah, with Bill O'Reilly, like we know that's a psycho.
Yeah,
that's a psychotic man.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah,
fucking Glenn Beck. Like,
these are all psychos.
Yeah, these are sociopathic monsters.
Bill O'Reilly cannot complete a single commercial transaction without screaming at someone.
Yeah,
and like getting in the face of like a 5'3" woman and be like, "I'll fucking kill you. I'm a platinum customer."
Yeah.
But Sean Hannity, he's just like a glad-handing dickhead, the likes of which we've all met in our lives. There's a positive aura about the man.
Yeah, he's the only person I think that like I don't know. I wouldn't like. I could keep a conversation with him without like wanting to kill him.
Yeah, I could watch like a UFC event with Sean Hannity.
Yeah,
and probably have a pretty good time.
Whereas like everyone else, I mean, he's a dumbass. Don't get me wrong. He's not a good guy either. Obviously, like none of these guys are. I'm just saying that like every single person on the lineup is such like bloodless sociopathic monsters, like Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? Like I don't like Tucker Carlson at all. Like I can smell the fucking CIA operative off of him.
Yeah, Hannity is the only one where it's like, if he was like my seatmate on a cross-country flight, I'd be like, oh, okay. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And I'd probably end up having like a way better time with him.
Can't objectively decide a winner in a sham competition. This is truly the first DEI debate, where one candidate was subjected to a high standard and the other was held to no standards at all. They removed the essence of fairness to achieve an outcome that could not be scored. You cannot score that. That is why you can't say who won or who lost. A liberal should be ashamed that your candidate needed the odds to be stocked so heavily in their favor. You know, for many Americans, Harris entered as a mystery and exited as a mystery, and that was the goal, to keep her under wraps. So anyone who attributes that to Kamala's skill is an idiot.
He's talking shit to Brit Hume. Brit Hume is going to ride on you.
Yeah, I mean, they don't care. They know. He knows that they have to say this. He's like the fucking politics chief of Fox News.
He's talking shit. Like Brit Hume was like, she used to be a dunderhead and now she's the talk of the town.
Yeah, but this is the editorial section where they're gonna. He has to say this, but I think like I don't know why absolutely zero people on their side is ever going, maybe Trump should try a little bit harder to like massage the narrative.
Yeah.
Instead of just like letting it rip because he got so comfortable by overwhelming a rather non-adversarial media after the 4 years of having adversarial media. Like he just got comfortable with like just saying whatever the fuck he wants and being kind of like captured in the Truth Social and like, you know, MAGA Trump crowd spaces. So like there's not a lot of coverage over the things that he's saying. And that has caused him to miss us, like to no longer be as cognizant of like some of these other boundaries, you know, like adults are inevitably going to go, this is not okay. This is not correct. Like they're not telling Trump like, hey man, you know, dial it back a little bit. And I think that's a bad instinct to lean into.
They aren't even entertaining the idea that like a normal person saw Trump and maybe was a little freaked out. They're not even talking about like what a normal person's reaction to Trump would be. They can't bring that up because the moment you do, you have to actually objectively evaluate his performance.
Yeah.
The only people on this channel that will do that are like the former Bush guys.
Yeah. It is kind of funny though, because like I thought he was gonna be sleepy. Like I thought he was gonna be sleepy and kind of boring, especially with the muted mics. And I thought that could like maybe present as more moderate and be beneficial for him. And then I saw Laura Loomer get off the plane, and immediately I was like, never mind, I was wrong. Immediately I was like, no, it's gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun night. Trump's gonna be fucking insane.
If they had given him a sedative, it would have gone better.
Yeah.
It would have been that weird thing he did at the one Hillary debate where it sounded like he had a sore throat. That would be a better strategy than whatever the fuck he was doing up there.
Yeah, I think he legitimately came in and was like, you know, I've seen the Dana Bash interview, like she sucked. You know,
yeah,
she's not good in a contest. She's not good in a like adversarial setting. So, and there's a lot of shit that they will inevitably call into question. So, you know, he'll be able to just like, you know, do light work.
Yeah, just steamroll, make it part of the show.
Yeah.
But instead, it just looked like he was whining when he wasn't saying things that completely baffled and alienated most undecided voters.
Yeah. But it's also because, you know, he just leaned into every time that Kamala Harris like would do a subtle jab in the midst of like talking about other shit too. It wasn't just like she wasn't even like going overboard with attacking him. There was a certain point where I was like, okay, like dial it back a little bit, but even then, like she would usually package it. She would use it very cleverly in an effort to like deflect away from other conversations that were hard for her to have, like on immigration.
Yeah, every time she used it to get out of like immigration or the economy or the general "are you better off?" Like every time she did that, and like anyone with half of a functioning brain could be like, "Oh, she's trying to bait me to get away from that." But instead, he was like, "Oh, you're gonna bait me? Well, I'll show you.
Yeah, he could have
fucking kill you."
He could have easily been like, how about you instead of bringing up this old stuff, like answer the question for once about, do you feel better? Do you think the American people are better off now than they were when I was president? Like if he had said that, it would have been dramatically better. It would have been significantly better for Donald Trump, but he just couldn't. He was so mad the whole fucking time.
Yeah, like if he had done that first, if he had, you know, answer the question or like, you know, look at the state of the world under the Blinken State Department and the Biden administration.
Breaking in person.